Why, hello there. I know what you're thinking. What could those guys from Chess and Quest possibly be doing now? Well, we're giving you another review. And to answer your question, it's FarCry Primal. That's extremely hot. For anyone that has ever played a Far Cry title, you know that there are a few things that you expect. Nice sized map, lots of death, a beautiful landscape, even more death, and a cool story. And more death. That's just how Far Cry works. I'm really not one to tell everything about a story, whether it's a game, whether it's a movie, whether it's a book. I don't like to spoil anything. If one of you ever spoil anything for me, then you're dead. The story of Far Cry Primal is an honest tale about a hardworking caveman that helps other cavemen build their houses. No one really wants to watch me complain about things, so let's go ahead and hop in to what matters. The pros and the cons. The first pro that I want to talk about is one of the best things that has happened in the Far Cry series. Definitely the best part of this game to me. You can tame beasts and have companions. Now in the game it calls them beasts or companions, but I like to consider them animals. The reason being is the entire time that I'm playing this, I imagine that it's one of my chihuahuas with me. You can upgrade the kinds of animals that you can tame to be your companions. You start off with a wolf that it shows you in the tutorial how to capture, and it becomes yours. The second pro of this game that I would like to talk about is reviving these companions. If you were to go up to a giant bear and try to fight it, it's going to hurt you. And when you run away, your companion, good old boy, will continue to fight and probably die if it's not strong enough. This happened to me. It died, and I didn't try to get another companion. I kind of walked around in a black abyss of depression. Then I realized that you can use the red leaves that you have to pick up, and you can revive your beast. So technically, you're never without one. The next pro I'd like to talk about is the hunting system. I'm not a big hunter. I look stupid trying to hunt. The hunting on this game is incredible. It's really fun and really competitive, and I enjoy it. You should too. The next pro to this game is that the opening of this game is awesome. It's incredible. You start off with your typical beginning scenes, and then it kind of throws you in, but the entire tutorial is built in with it. It's cool. It's awesome. You did it right. Good job. The next pro that I'm going to talk about is the fact that there are no guns in this game. Obviously. This game, as we've said multiple times, is set back in the Stone Age, so obviously they didn't have guns. If you couldn't figure that out by now, you should not buy this game. You should buy a history book and read it. Now I know some of you will say, well, not having guns and fighting a bear, it's not really a pro, that kind of sounds like a con. And to you I say you're wrong, and that is stupid. Real quick, if what I just said bothered you, like if that offended you by me saying you were wrong and stupid, I'm sorry. You took that wrong, and you're stupid. The last pro that I want to talk about can also be considered a con, and that's why I left it at the end. It's kind of like a middle ground for us here. Ties them together. The missing link. The last pro / con is crafting. On this game, you can craft a lot of shit. While you're walking around doing whatever you're doing in this game, you'll notice random sticks sticking out of the ground. Reeds, rocks, black rocks, gray rocks, dick rocks, it doesn't matter. You can take supplies from all of these things, and you can use those things to craft other things, like your weapons. You could craft a club, you could craft a spear, a bow, an arrow, bait. You can craft bait so you can use it to get some of those cool companions I was telling you about. That leads us into the cons. Con 1 is also crafting. I am not the kind of person that goes scavenging for everything on video games. However, on Far Cry Primal, you have to. The problem is that this entire game sends you on a bunch of scavenging missions to help other people build their own shit. It's really just you building all of their stuff. The next con kind of has me torn, because I understand that they did the right thing, and they did it correctly, I just don't like it. Obviously, back in the Stone Age, they didn't talk like you and I do. They didn't use words like damn it, UFO, cheese whiz, or my dogs are better than yours. They talked in sounds, just random noises. It kind of sounded like an old corn song. The problem with that is that obviously you and I have no idea what the hell they're saying. Therefore, everything that is spoken in this game becomes subtitles. The next con that I want to talk about is the weak-ass story of this game. Far Cry titles have always had incredible stories in my opinion. This one broke the mold. I could have written a better story with my butthole. The next con that I want to discuss is the lack of stealth. When I play games, I make it a point to try my best and only use weapons if necessary. Take Far Cry for example. 90% of my kills come from stealth, whereas 10% come from just balls out, guns blazing bullshit. In other Far Cry titles, you can do things like sneak up on people, take them out, take out the guys around the camp, sneak in, cut the cord to the horn so they can't alarm anyone, and take them out, one by one. Not in this. They gave you the option, but it doesn't always work out. Say you crouch into stealth mode to take someone out. Your companion also crouches into stealth mode to take someone out. But say you see Johnnysaurus Rex standing behind a rock that chances are he can see you through for some reason. Your companion goes ahead and attacks him sometimes, alerting everyone. Unless you get a one-shot kill with your bow, spear, or club, everyone else finds out you're there. I know what you're thinking. Just go for the head. It's a lot easier to kill someone with a 50 cal than a bow. If you fail, which you will, on your sneak attacks, that brings you into the very last con that I'm going to talk about. The melee fighting. In the nicest way that I can put it, the melee fighting on Far Cry Primal sucks. If the melee works out perfect on a game, you only need 2 moves. However, if you only have 2 moves and the melee system sucks, it sucks. It really sucks. This is probably the only time, as I can see in the future, that I will say this. But, although this game, story-wise, was the biggest chode I've ever seen in my life, I actually recommend you to get this game, or at least try it out. And then after you try it out, you will probably buy it. It's actually an incredibly fun game, although the story is the equivalent of rusty dog turds. Be sure to subscribe to our channel, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, hit us up on Twitch. Do we have an Instagram? Find us on Instagram, and be sure to like our videos and share them. The more you like them, the more you will see our faces in your feed.